Hello, this section's entitled Establishing Billing Budgets and Alerts. So basically, billing budgets allow you to set targets that trigger alerts that say email you when you exceed certain amounts of billing costs. Um, One of the things you can do is you can create one or more billing budgets per billing account, and that's there so you can create. You may have multiple projects associated with your billing account. You can actually track them separately, or you can group them. It gives you some flexibility about how you get alerted. There's two different kinds of budgets you can set. One is basically based on a fixed amount, and that's probably the one we're going to use for this video. Or you can do it based on essentially exceeding the previous month's bill, right? You get alerted based on percentages of the previous month's bill. So I think the easiest way to see this is just to go into it and look at it. So we go into our project, right? And this project is associated with, we have a single billing account. And now we're in the billing account called My Billing Account. There is a budgets and alerts. So we're just going to go through and create a budget and along with an alert. So just call this, I don't know, baseline. Okay, we're not going to get fancy. We're just going to say, give us the costs associated with all the projects and all the services. You can bust this thing out to crazy amounts of detail with services, right? Which I have no idea what all those services are, but we're just going to say only just total cost basically. And here, we do have that $300 discount or promotion that we have on this, but I'm going to go ahead and leave these checked. So basically, it's only an account costs that do not include, these things. So basically, I probably will never hit this budget because this budget trigger, because I'll probably be only eating up out of my $300 budget on my discount. But anyway, we'll set it anyway. So there, again, this is where you can specify the kind of budget type, specified amount, or last month. We're going to use a specified amount, and I'm going to say $100. So if I spend $100 making these videos above and beyond the $300 credits I got, I'd be surprised. So then you can basically have different trigger levels, and so we'll just leave it to default. So 50% will get a trigger, 90% and 100%, right? And we'll just email it to the billing admins and users. So basically anyone who's a billing admin or user on this billing account get an email, and we'll just leave everything else default. Okay, so that's about it. One interesting observation here: setting a budget does not cap resource or API consumption. So this doesn't actually stop it from billing. It just alerts you that it's being, that you're maybe exceeding your budget target. Okay, the next thing we're going to lump into this video is just a quick look at billing export, just because it's mentioned in the certification course agenda. So in addition to setting budgets and alerts, you can actually arrange for exports of your data. Now, it looks like this file export is actually deprecated. So they're basically saying, this is not going to, don't use this. So you can actually export it basically into a database. That's what this is doing. We're not going to do this because then you got to learn how to use BigQuery and then start querying this database, which is out of the scope, at least for this part of the video. But one thing I did read is one thing that's important. If you do want to use this, you need to set this early, because setting it, say you wait a month and you activate it, you're not going to, it's not retroactive. It's not going to pull the data from the historical into the BigQuery. It only basically exports the data from this point forward. So we're not going to do it, but if you're want a lot of detail around your costs, you might want to set up your billing export early in your billing account setup so that you can then query this later. So that's really all there is in this video, just wrapping up some billing topics.